When did your dad get married?
I forget. It's been a minute. Actually, I don't know. Maybe that was just a couple years ago as well.
I feel like it was at least a year before my dad got married.
I can't decide. No, I think it was after.
You think it was after?
Yeah, I think my dad got married after your dad, because when we hung out at that, I remember it was the first time we'd seen each other in person in a long time. So, but by the time we went to my dad's wedding, we were hanging out more frequently, I think. So, I think my dad got married later.
And where is this in relation to you going bowling with her dad?
Oh, that's in the future. It's still in the
Yeah, you gotta flip the script and go bowling with my dad before I get to bowling with yours.
Shit. That's the weirdest idea ever. Going bowling with your friend's dad, being like, so, isn't my friend your child? So weird.
That's not weird. Okay, listen, I used to when I was when I was 17, I used to go and hang out with my ex-girlfriend's dad.
Gio, that is weird.
I used to go hang out with my ex-girlfriend's dad, and we were just fucking smoke weed and watch TV.
That's fucking badass. And then, just hanging out with a 50-year-old man.
He was in the 50s. He was late 30s.
Okay.
But
that's so funny.
Still an older dude. But we'd do that, and then we'd also go to fucking Dungeons and Dragons and shit. We just drive to a town over.
Nice. That's so
Dungeons
fun.
and Dragons.
It is weird being in a situation, whether it's your ex-girlfriend or your actual girlfriend, where you're hanging out with her dad,
No, I'd hang out with her dad.
It's so weird.
I actually would just hang out with her dad. He's chill and he's funny as fuck.
I remember when we would go over to play Magic the Gathering and he'd be over there. He was always funny for some reason.
It's where she gets all of her loser
literally
attributes.
Every time we hang out now, he's literally handing me a cart to hit.
That's sweet. Oh damn! I wish back then I had known that he smoked and stuff, because I don't know. I didn't really smoke back then anyway, but
you were fucking 16.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean a lot.
I thought that was okay to hit. I thought you were fine.
Just the random bullet floating through the air.
It's a bullet? I didn't know it was a bullet.
No, it's
it's a seed.
I like these fucking freak ass hedgehog dudes. They look horrible.
That's Sonic.
Man, Sonic really went off the deep end after Mario beat him.
I've low-key always hated Sonic. Just
really?
As a video game character. I don't fucking like him.
It's a disgusting character design. He's so fucking ugly.
He just annoys me. I don't know why.
I mean, to be fair, Sonic did have better cartoons.
No, he didn't!
I think it's because the AI for Sonic was really annoying to fight in Smash Bros. Brawl. So I think that's why I started to hate him. It was just arbitrary.
Well, you gotta think about it.
No.
Sonic got 3 quality cartoon series.
Those
Mario
are
only
shitty.
got 1. Sonic Underground was a piece of art.
Mario Brothers Super So was okay,
but it's
a
one
good
good show versus 3 good shows.
Okay, but what about Super Mario Land? It's a blast from
Super
the past.
Show is not good. Come
Super
on.
Show is better than the other
In
ones.
Super
they
Mario
tried.
Land, you have to think fast.
I think I have a hat that you gave me that has Mario on it, and it says "Made in the '80s," which is
It says what?
Made in the '80s. And I feel like if I wear that, it's so funny.
It's awesome.
It's such a city hat.
Well, when were you born? Maybe you were made
Not
in the 80s.
80s.
Well, you didn't have to be born in the 80s to be made in the 80s.
I feel like my heart was born in the '80s, but the rest of me wasn't until later.
Yeah, you get a heart transplant at 6 years old from a big smoker.
For real. And just a fucking typical 80s douchebag with all the Van Halen and shit that I listen to.
It's awesome.
I love Van Halen.
I fucking love Van Halen so much.
Do you really?
Absolutely. I'm such a huge fan.
Whoa, he is Sonic. He's fucking zooming.
So am I.
Oh, whoa! What the fuck? No!
Holy shit!
Oh god!
Whoa! No! That was
This game fucking sucks! What the hell is that?
You had every chance to win.
It re-tripped him when I broke the rock. I hit the
Watch
switch.
out.
What the?
Everything
What?
is a-okay.
What?
What?
Happened?
I touched more door than behind.
Okay, why did Mario shut the door and then open it just to look at us part ways on and then shut it again?
He was just making sure that we were still here.
He had to give us the old knowing wink.
Yeah, for real. It's weird.
Mario knows who you are, and he can feel you controlling
Nobody
him.
will ever believe you.
When you guys
I'm pretty sure that's an Oni plays hypothetical. What would you do if, like, Mario looked at the camera and said, nobody will ever believe you, and then looked away? Like, I'm pretty sure that's exactly, like, bit for bit, like, something fucking Zack Sadler said.
Alright, we gotta come up with our own bit.
Yeah.
What
you're a
if
fucking
Donkey
hack.
Kong looked straight at you
Dude,
while
that's
you-
the same hypothetical!
and said, "Oh, banana"?
I came up with it organically, though.
I'd probably shoot him.
Y'all are hacks.
The best comedy is derivative.
The best comedy?
I think you're derivative.
Thank you.
Oh shit.
You're doing this the exact opposite way.
This is terrible.
This can't be intended.
This is really painful on my fingers.
This
Trying to make it
is
impossible for you to beat the game by making you mash too hard.
the RSI level. The key isn't underwater. What?
Hopefully you were meant to go back down.
Nope.
God,
I think I
damn.
am, because, like, it seems like the only way I'm supposed to do that.
I have expected it to just reverse the water.
You expected it to reverse the waterfall.
I kind of
Yeah.
thought that would happen too.
A water rise.
Water up?
A water fly.
That'd
Water
be-
up,
do you think
bro.
that there would be any viable talk show behind talking about everything water? Water up.
Hey, you guys are watching
Water up.
the worst show on television.
Water up. What's up? Water up.
Water's
That doesn't
up,
work.
bro.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't work.
Workshop with me then. God damn it.
Yes, and motherfucker.
Like you're not
Not
helping.
helping at all.
Workshop with me.
Just being a shit.
All right, just talk to me like I'm Osama bin Laden. Come on, don't do that. No, they won't even see me.
But sincerely, just give me a better name.
The Hydroheezy. What's up? We're in the Hydroheezy today.
What is the hydroheezy? What is a heezy?
It's the House of Hydro. Have you not seen that one clip where like
Oh, hizzy.
it's from like some old ass like video game TV show like from the early 2000s, like they would do like G4 or whatever it was called,
We should
and some
do
lady
G4.
goes into the fucking like GameStop or whatever, and she's like, "We're in his house, you know, the Heezy," and they're like shopping for video games. It's so fucking funny.
Instead of the House of Mouse, we're in the Mouse of House with the gainers and the gooners.
The gainers and the gooners? What the fuck is a gainer?
I don't. It's when you do a jump and then
no.
pull yourself up.
Have we ever talked about your wedding on the channel? Or your dad's wedding, rather?
I didn't know you were married.
My dad's wedding.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have. Maybe. Or maybe not. I feel like I would have told the story of him getting married at the fucking Renaissance Festival.
That's like the
Oh, yeah.
cringiest state you can fucking
It's
do.
pretty fucking like, it's pretty neckbeard, I'm not gonna lie. But it
It's-
was also cool. Like
It's the neckbeard version of getting married at Vegas. It doesn't really
Right.
count.
Right. I mean, God.
He had a very honorable marriage.
Is he still married right now?
Yeah, he is. It's worked out. I mean,
When's the last time you checked?
like a month ago, probably.
So things could be different.
I suppose. But yeah, no, it actually went really well because just the moment of like walking up the trail to the little chapel, all dressed up, and like you've got like a crowd of Vikings like hammering their ale mugs together and pouring them out and cheering for you and shit. Like it was fucking cool. The different groups were all clapping and shit. There were people playing fiddles and whatnot, so it was like a little bit of a vibe. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey.
That level was fucking scary.
Yeah, there's so many fucking like little porcupines.
You just ripped as a pirate though for this wedding.
I did.
Yeah,
You're
that's
doing
like
your
her
best cosplay
best
of One
photo
Piece.
she has like ever taken.
I am one of those disgusting people that dress as a pirate for Ren Fair. I'm only one step like higher than fucking the people that dress up as anime characters.
What if you were an anime character?
What if you were an anime pirate?
Is there such
The One Piece is real.
The only like anime pirate I can think of off the top of my head is that like one Kenny Lauderdale clip of like
Luffy
the
D. Monkey.
fucking like one girl in the bikini like monotonely saying like, if ye be causing trouble, we'll be forcing you to walk the plank or something like that.
Aye, this be good land, so me crew and I'll be taking it for ourselves. Now all ye bilge rats better take heed to what we tell ye to do. And if and ye won't listen, you'll answer to me, the Dread Lady Pirate Captain Usuzula. Ye faithful crew, whoever makes the fastest walk in the plank. Aye, aye, Captain!
I feel like I know what you're talking about, but I don't know why.
I don't watch anime really.
Right.
I knew better as soon as I turned like fucking like 17.
No, it was
Anime is
later than
only
that.
not problematic if you're watching it if you're the same age as the characters.
Eh.
I mean, that's at least the like reason there's so much shit, because they say it's for people that age.
Yeah, well, maybe that's the
I'll
excuse.
have to bring the
that they
hammer
use.
out.
That is the excuse.
Your dad's wedding was really cool because I really liked when that like stranger like walked up to us and like had a whole ass conversation with us because I thought they were like a family friend.
I literally forgot about that shit. Oh, fuck, it was weird. Why the fuck was she talking to us? That was crazy. She was like actively making you uncomfortable as shit too. I think she might have been
like how do you know this freak?
blasted drunk, probably. I don't know.
It is the Ren Fair. That is like one of two ways to go.
Yeah.
To get blasted drunk, or to like buy little trinkets that cost 3 times as much as they should.
Drinking at the Ren Fair is pretty fun.
Is that really what you're supposed to do?
I think
Yeah.
so.
What? It's
That's
gone.
It really wants me to like gamer style, but yeah, like they fucking like kept asking us like really weird like personal questions, and I just figured like, yeah, okay.
The conversation just kept going too. I think at one point I was like, "Hey, we really need to go," just to like
Yeah.
convince the person that we like had something we had to go do, even though we
Yeah,
certainly
okay,
didn't.
because like the thing is, we were like all the way in like your dad's like wedding party area too. So
Yeah.
like,
It was-
why would they
yeah.
walk up over to us if they weren't part of the wedding party?
I know,
Oh, that's
it was-
Oh,
unfair.
that's bullshit.
And yeah, I think at one point I was just like, "Anyway, we're leaving."
Yeah, so like, how do you know this person? How are you related to this freak?
Not. I have no fucking clue. Who
No,
it was.
that was entirely on you.
Luckily, when we were at Grem's mom's wedding, like, it actually was people that they knew instead of random people, but
Yeah.
there was the one drunk lady that came up to us and just started telling her life's experience with her parents.
Classic. Holy shit.
We talked about that in like fucking Endless Ocean, but no, like, you don't need to like come up and tell me about how you slept with my mom.
No, God.
Well,
oh,
half
that's
of the
horrible.
half the people over like 30 there were there because they were
Oh yeah.
good friends at some point with them.
Well, I guess
That's
how it
that's
goes.
just the queer life.
Yeah.
That'll
only
be me
so
when
many
I'm
of us.
50. We should play more Endless Ocean.
Didn't that like? What? There was a reason
Oh, yeah.
why we stopped with that, right? Like the game wasn't working right or something.
No, we just like didn't come back to it.
Oh gosh.
No, no, no,
No!
Christ, that was rough.
There's not even any enemies. It's
I
just
killed 'em
wasting
all.
time.
I squished them all with me hammer.
Me hammer.
That's it.
them all with me hammer.
That's it. I'm getting me mallet.
Have you guys ever like wanted to take up like blacksmithing?
Absolutely.
As a kid, that was literally like my dream. And
it's
there's
so
like
cool.
actually a local blacksmith who like my parents knew him, and they were like, "Oh, do you want to like have him like hang out around the shop and like learn from you?" And then I would like go to his shop in the morning and just like sit there while he hammered some shit, and he would completely ignore me. And it like randomly he'd be like, "All right, we're going to the hardware store," and we would just like ride there, and then we'd come back
Just
and
babysitting
we'd just
you.
be in the shop, and he'd look up and be like, "You see that? That's Marilyn Monroe," and go back to hammering some shit. And he'd be like, "You see that? That's Madonna." Go back to hammering, and then I was like, "Mom, I don't really want to do this anymore. It's not fun." But like for a minute there, I was like, being a blacksmith would be like the coolest fucking thing imaginable. Like,
Yeah.
it's so badass.
Yeah.
Genuinely, it'd be so much fun. Like just make like swords and shit.
Yeah, just
like-
to like make metal art that's like badass.
Yeah. Blacksmith, like YouTube, like
Oh,
back in the day,
I still
holy
watch Alex
shit.
Steele.
Yes, like the videos of dudes making like custom swords or like historical swords, and they're just
The
super
really
into it.
high end stuff where they make like just no commentary videos. It's just them being craftsmen, doing all these cool little intricate details, and like
Right.
it's just so cool.
It's so awesome, yeah. And like the ones who get real nerdy about like fucking the specifics. It's just so
I think
cool.
you can take classes. We could probably take blacksmithing classes together.
I'm sure.
I mean, my
Normally
dad's a
they're-
blacksmith, but he's
Oh,
just
yeah.
been like really busy with like everything else. Lately.
Is this gonna be the way I finally meet your dad? Is by like going and learning blacksmithing with him?
Probably not for a while. Ooh.
Ooh, gaming.
Be careful.
Oh, you can't kill the scorpion.
Not with a key.
You can kill almost everything with a key. It's really happy.
It's the size of Mario.
It's kind of a big scam. I'm kind of upset about that one.
You know, maybe that's what we do next week. Is we go over to her dad's house and learn blacksmithing.
No,
No,
you
I
won't
wanna
have
go
the
deaf
time.
as the
He is
thing.
incredibly busy.
I don't
No,
know. He
like,
sounds
he
like the
rec-
most unemployed retired man there is.
He's
Okay.
not at all.
He has.
He works overtime constantly and has a new child.
Yes,
Like,
he
Uh-huh.
literally just had a fresh child.
fresh
Fresh
child.
out the oven.
Like
Still
genuinely.
crispy.
Well, then
Still
we can just like
soft-stalled.
go over to his house and start using it without him there. How would he know?
No.
He'll go to turn on his Ford and be like, "Why is there no gas left?
Where's my gas?
I left it right here. Where's my gas? How am I gonna finish forging my ham?"
What made you think about blacksmithing in the first place?
I don't even know. I just thought about like just different hobbies I've wanted to take up, but I'm just like, wow, that's really expensive to get started.
Yeah.
I don't really want to do that.
It would be.
Everyone always says certain
no!
hobbies are like inexpensive to get started, but then they're like, okay, so here's this 300 thing from Amazon you gotta buy.
Yeah.
Here's this 200 set of other shit to make it work.
Real blacksmithing. Real blacksmithing
forgot
like
that was there.
equipment is like over $1,000 easy for everything.
Yeah. I mean, technically, you can start doing the basics literally on just a brick and some coals, but it's not the same.
No.
You're not gonna be able to make that much, yeah.
You're not going to be able to make more than like a teeny tiny knife and a bunch of nails.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Sucks.
technically, the best way to learn blacksmithing is the old school way of just like, here's a big old length of steel, make 1,000 nails.
Yeah. I want to do that.
You gotta grind in real life.
Yeah, I've always thought it would be probably a good idea and fun to grind at like an actual hobby or skill, like how people learn how to work on their car or
Well,
they
like-
like learn carpentry. But
Oh, no.
as soon as I figured out how much I liked playing guitar, it was like every practical hobby is gone because I could be doing that instead. So fuck it.
What if you forged a guitar?
That'd be pretty
It'd be
badass.
pretty fucking
Sound
heavy.
terrible.
Probably shoot lightning.
When I was in high school, in my
You'd have to be
in
like
like
aluminum.
in like one of the STEM classes I took, one of our projects was to like make our own guitar. It was pretty cool.
That is really cool. That'd be fun.
Yeah, instrument making is like. I know we were just talking about hobbies that are expensive to get into that people say aren't expensive, but like
that's
actual
that's
instrument
real expensive.
making is like just to make something that makes noise that you can learn on isn't nearly as hard as making something good.
Yeah. Yeah, making
We
good
made
shit is.
what we made was actually like
The most expensive
completely,
part
like
is all the metal.
what we made was like properly tuned and actually sounded decent. We had a very, very like large, extensive STEM program for some reason.
You got lucky.
I did.
I'm gonna have to change my name to Mario in real life.
Holy
I know.
shit. Yeah, you could.
Thanks, Casey and BP. I'm down here in the his house. You know, the heezy. Right, dog. That was the bomb diggity, my friend. How'd you do it, dog? Well, you heard it here, fellas. Ryan is slinging the bling bling to get that paper.
Water up.